As their guys burst out of the locker room, we're ready for football as the Bengals get set to do battle with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Ready! 60 or. Tight down. There you go. Come. Ready!
They go with Leonard Fournette, third-year back from LSU. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 24, Minshew. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
High 7.
Out of the gun is Minshew. Oliver, the tight end, making the catch. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. That one a first down pickup of 8.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Throwing on first down is Minshew. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
On 2nd and 10, it's Minshew. That one complete. He finds Shark. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A first down there on a pickup of 25. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Minshew, 1st and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
After the sack on first down, Minshew dumps it off to Fournette. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So second catch on the drive, he may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, it should open up his running game too. Minshew throwing on 3rd down. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's the 6th-round pick from Oklahoma, Rodney Anderson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 12 yards that time, and a Cincinnati 1st down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Hands up! We need team! Hey! Under 10! Under 10! 10!
Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a 1st down.
That's a very nice game there. Confidence-building run. Love the execution up front, and the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
93, 52, 93.
Dalton here from the gun. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
I don't mean to jump in on you, partner, but they didn't waste any time getting downfield, did they? I mean, a nice big play there.
3 plays, 3 successful plays in plus territory. Now this defense on its heels a bit.
It seems like they had something targeted there, doesn't it? It's like, okay, we've got a matchup we like coming right out of the gate. Let's go ahead and get right to it.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Hey, pick it up, defense.
Now a toss play to Bernard. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That 2nd down play nets a -4. 3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. No doubt, a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And they'll get him down up past the 15. Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. Now Minshew on 1st and 10. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And he'll be out right at the 35. Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17. Well, starting drive number 2 off on the right foot. Completion for the first down. Drive 1 they had to be pretty frustrating because they moved the football. They just didn't get any points out of it.
But warm-up QB, too. Let's bring in the backup. I mean, my goodness, you take them downfield and you don't score points. You know I'm being totally facetious here, right? I'm just kidding. Nice first drive. Rarely do teams score on every single drive in a game, but they like what they did there. They just hope they can pay it off this time with some points.
Looking to throw it. Minshew. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? Open man is Ross, complete. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. John Ross with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Bryant's extra point up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. Yeah, after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
On the set. Here we go, let's bring it. Blue draw Porkers. Let's go.
On second down, here's Fournette. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
Let's go now. 60 or. Chopper, chopper. Hey, box drop, box drop.
51, Mike 51. I smell fear in that offense. I smell fear in that offense.
Hey, Mike 51, Mike 51.
You ain't hit it.
Minshew sets to throw. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sean Williams. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question, because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
On second down now, Bernard. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going into the quarterback on an expected passing situation.
Throw from Dalton, taken in by Eifert. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
Heads up. Lead. Heads up.
On first down, Bernard. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give them 17 and a Cincinnati first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
They'll run it here with Bernard. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. Now after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Lead. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
On second and 11 now. Dalton toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was looking for John Ross that time. Third down here.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Dalton now to pass. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A.J. Green, his third touchdown now on the year. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Sean Williams. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. So his struggle is just continuing here in the first half, throwing the football. Charles, now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know, they've always said, I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you. He's got to be careful now. He might get pulled.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. About 3 yards there to the 27.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Come on. Fast.
Dalton. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 17-yard line.
Ready?
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Fournette running right. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a 1st down.
A gain of 16 yards.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Go.
Here's Minshew. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 33, and the return stops at the 39-yard line. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Big stop.
93, 52, 93, 44, 44.
Jet sweep. Boyd with it. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And the Bengals on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. Boyd, 21 yards there on 3rd down.
It's a gain of 21 yards.
Nice completion there for Andy Dalton. Charles, you worked some of his games when he was at TCU. Now you've worked his games in the NFL. What progression have you seen?
I've seen a guy who took over as a freshman in college and got better and better each year. Always added a little bit more to his game, gets stronger. But the best part about him is he's always been accurate.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Calais Campbell, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. 8 yards there helps, but they're still stuck now. 3rd and long coming up.
Brings up 3rd down.
And the Bengals on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. 2 minutes to play. First half. It's 14-0. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
3rd and long. What will Dalton dial up? Going deep down. And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Andy Dalton with his 3rd touchdown pass of the game. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. After the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now Minshew. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
What you just saw there, first-round talent, second year, even more success. A pick 6 for a touchdown.
A great play. And it's tough for these guys, you've told me before, to adjust in the secondary as a first-year guy. So that sophomore season is big for them.
They really start to expand the playbook for them even more. Sometimes they dumb it down a little bit to make them comfortable year one. By year 2, they should have all the nuances, and now they've adjusted to the speed of NFL play as well.
Showed right there. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Hey, let's go. Call the crowd. 3 buzz. 51's the mic.
Check pass.
Hey, Alpha.
51 Mike.
Ready?
From the gun, Minshew to throw. This one caught by his tight end, Oliver. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
On the ready.
Brings up 2nd down.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none.
24-yard line.
Hey, you don't want to see it. There. You don't want it. Go.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Minshew looking left side. That's complete to Oliver. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
You got it.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Exit. Recon, 132 fighter. Go. Mike, check. 59. I'm coming. Let's go.
Back to throw here. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. A good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the lockers. What a way to finish.
Tremendous way. That's momentum that they carry in with them. Can they convert it and bring it back out to start the 3rd quarter?
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
At the 20-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Hey! Here you go. 93, 52, 97.
From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. Got his man, it's Williams.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Lead. 54. Right here. Ice. Hands up.
Despite only needing one, Dalton to throw. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They hand off to their big tight end. Fights off another. The big fella. The 40, 20, 10. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. C.J. Uzomah. His first touchdown on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. When they dialed up that 4th down run, something tells me they didn't envision it hitting all the way up in the end zone.
No, I think you're right about that, but how many times do we witness short yardage runs, stacked defensive front, everyone pressing the line of scrimmage?
Yeah, there's not much help on the backside there.
If you pop through, there's no one back there, and we just witnessed it there. A long sprint to the end zone, probably looking around wondering, where did everyone go?
Bryant's extra point up and good, and the lead will swell by one more.
Bryant set to kick off.
And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
First down.
Set. 10-2 stop. 51. Let's go, baby. Turn up.
Fournette, a first down carry. Geno Atkins, the Pro Bowler, in there on the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
47-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
You better bring it.
Hey, Haywood.
51 the mic, boy. 51. It's our time.
Now.
On 2nd down, Minshew. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. And they have possession. And they have it at the 38-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Man, that's trash. That's trash.
Off the draw, here's Williams. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. Well, he gets attended to. He'll step aside.
Defense wins championships, baby.
Back to the ground. This time it's Anderson. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
Regular. Buzz.
To throw on 3rd down. Dalton, he's got his man. It's Williams. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Travion Williams with his first career NFL touchdown as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Bryant now to tack on the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Good word. I like it now because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
On 2nd and 1, Minshew. Flush to his right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Hey, Echo.
They'll try to throw for it with Minshew. And he's got his tight end, Oliver. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
Let's go.
A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down is Minshew. That one complete. He finds Shark. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
6-6, bullet high. Hey, zoom. Right here, guys. Mike 51. Mike 51.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Let's go. Mike. Get it.
Minshew, 1st and 10. Oliver, the tight end, making the catch. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
51 to Mike, boy. 51. Ready?
It'll be Minshew again. He'll check this one off to Fournette. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a 1st down as well. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Hey.
I need one over here.
51's a Mike. 51's a Mike.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options.
Pilot, 64, weak.
After the penalty, it's Fournette. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
On 2nd and a couple. Minshew. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the 1st down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Rock, shoot.
Out of the gun is Minshew. Completes it to Lee. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball.
Get a completion.
You get a catch.
Yeah.
But still,
no
yardage. Okay.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. On 4th down, Minshew. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Carlos Dunlap, and the Bengals will get the football back. Well, you feel the excitement build on those 4th down plays. Defense has to stay out there, but for the offense, when that thing doesn't work out, such disappointment.
It can absolutely be a deflator, but how about the defensive guys? If they stop you on 4th down, they are absolutely elevated going to their bench.
They're elevated now. Big stop on 4th down. 12 yards that time, and a Cincinnati 1st down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. Williams loses the football, and the Jags grab it. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Set, ready? 30 base.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
25.
Trying to get the run game going. This is Fournette. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Jaguars.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
I got you. I got you.
Let go.
Now Leonard Fournette. Sean Williams that time in on the stop.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come out here. Come get some. Here.
They'll toss it to Fournette. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
And it brings up 3rd down.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
51 the mic, boy. 51.
Minshew throwing on 3rd down. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. That's always puzzled me a little bit.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards that time, and a Cincinnati first down.
That's good for a Bengals first down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Whip. Watch the whip.
They'll get this out wide to Boyd. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
A loss of a yard.
And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
On second down, Anderson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 26 and a first down.
And having built that kind of a lead, they're able to do whatever they want right now. All momentum on their side, especially now running the football.
Yeah, you're talking about a defense being on their toes. They don't know what's going to hit them next at this point.
No, they went from toes to heels, and they're trying to figure out how to get back to the toes part.
Jet sweep. Boyd with it. Fights off the defender. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hands up, leave!
Mike, 44.
Hey, check.
Hey, 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 hey! Hey, 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 hey!
Now Anderson running right. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Get that quarterback, D-line.
Regular.
Get that quarterback.
Check. Fresno.
Check 13.
On 3rd down, here's Williams. And he loses the football a 2nd time. And the Jags grab it. And a cut to the right and some open field here. And now 3 drives, 3 fumbles.
What's amazing about it is when we go around and watch practices, how many times do we see them put that sleeve over a football now to make it more slippery and hard to handle? It's almost like they're playing with that sleeve on the ball right now. Was that 3 drives?
Yep.
3 fumbles?
3 fumbles.
It's time to change our luck some way, somehow. Focus, concentration. You'll hear those words on the bench in a big way right now.
They keep it with Fournette on 1st down. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Minshew. And this is caught at the 8. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a 1st down.
3 down.
Hey, wahoo!
Right here, guys. Mike 51. Mike 51.
Don't let him breathe. Play that.
Minshew sets to throw. This is caught. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give him credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
Let's go, boys. Bring it on.
Lead!
54 Mike.
Hey, we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
Slam.
Hands up!
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he's got this down to the 35. It's a Bengal 1st down, a pickup of 11.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
On second down, it's Williams. And some space here. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati first down.
Now that's how you start to get back in the good graces of your head coach. Remember, he fumbled on the last possession. How about the faith they showed him, giving him the ball again, and he repaid him, picking up a first down.
Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for Cincinnati, they fall a game under 500 now at 3 up and 4 down. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, things are definitely going south quickly as they fall now to 1-6. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against Jacksonville. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.